With very few options for instructors who desired a different approach to training, the IDS APEX program would facilitate a new path forward.
That's the point.
And dare to take on the most elite self-defense black belt test in the world.
Break, index, and
The history of the Minnesota Martial Arts Academy is really something quite special. All of the great fights and great fighters that have come through this place, and with Greg Nelson at the helm, how can that not be the case, right? And now, starting to help us facilitate a whole new discipline, the discipline of combatives for concealed carry. The IDS APEX black belt candidates, they're going to be doing an open mat versus some world-class talent to put them up against opponents that are at a skill level above theirs. Our guys are going to be carrying a training weapon concealed, which actually makes their job a lot harder, going through very strict safety protocols. The whole idea is that we're all going to learn an awful lot. What they don't know that we have planned for them, I have them doing something that we call the IDS APEX Octagon Challenge. I want you to intimidate the out of them. Don't be surprised, like I was doing on the mats earlier, if I don't throw a blade out in the middle or something like that. Feel free to use the blade however you want to. Kill them if you can. I handpicked some of my training partners that are more than a handful. They're going to be going up against Olympic hopefuls, world champions, MMA professionals, and the like. Our guys will be carrying a gun. Mark my word, it's harder to do this when you have a gun on than when you don't. How important is it to you that you are constantly challenging yourself?
Oh yeah, this is a good test. This is a real test.
Humbling yourself and refining your skills and your purpose at all times. Yeah, the legendary Greg Nelson is going to be watching and assessing your performance, and he knows the IDS program inside and out. Nat McIntyre is here. This guy has watched, been a part of, and cornered thousands of fights. Here are the rules. This is not a straight up sport MMA match. This is going to be a hybrid of a self-defense scenario with MMA. As you move out to touch hands with him, it's up to you if you want to shoot on him or if you want to push him against the fence and you want to take him down. The moment he comes into the octagon, I want you to ambush him. 1 5-minute round versus your opponent. They can go for your gun, but you also realize that if they go for your gun, that they are showing lethal intent. In order for you to use lethal force, you must be reasonably in immediate fear of death or great bodily harm. Everybody understands the rules? What percentage of what you've seen here can you do at the range?
It was a test. I mean, they got pressured. That is something that you cannot replace.
With the gun, there's just so many variables to worry about. Have your striking, your footwork, up against the cage, grappling to retain your gun, and then going on the ground, dealing with strikes. It's just, there's so much to worry about.
Now adding the realism, you know, of what's going on with having the gun in the mix, I'm pretty sure at one point he had full justification and got me.
break index and
It wasn't easy for me to get what I wanted, that was for sure. I could feel that he knew what he was doing. You know, I'm a high-level grappler, so it's when you're going against that control factor and someone who specializes in control.
Take your time. Let me know when you're ready.
4, 3.
I really like the dynamic that Todd has added here. For my iteration, he told me to ambush the guy before we shake hands. It really creates that chaotic environment.
Very much mimicking a real life or death situation. The weapon being the executor.
Everybody that was a role player was a very skilled, competitive combat athlete.
That was a long struggle, long battle.
3 minutes.
Some of the best in the world at their level.
It's the failure that allowed for us to help to develop
this discipline so that we can help make the world a better place and a safer place. The people in this room are going to continue to inspire the world to understand not only about this discipline, but the power of positive resistance.